Colorado's Department of Corrections admits it made a mistake and is investigating how a man who led police on a deadly chase was even free. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Meckles.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. That suspect hit and killed an innocent man. He was free because of a series of missteps, including the failure of state parole officers to follow policy. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates joins us now. Kevin, the Department of Corrections acknowledged the scope of the problems here.
Alex and Jenny, first, Christopher Moore's June arrest on felony charges was not reported to the state as it should have been. And even after Moore himself reported his new criminal case, nearly 4 months passed before anyone initiated the effort to revoke his parole. Christopher Moore was suspected in more than 24 vehicle break-ins and running from police when he hit another car head-on U.S. Highway 6, killing himself and Steve Ainsworth, an innocent victim. Moore had a long criminal history of car thefts, burglaries, and drug cases, and was paroled from the state prison system June 3rd. 9 days later, Arapahoe County Sheriff's deputies arrested him for car theft, financial crimes, and drug possession. That should have triggered an effort to revoke his parole. It didn't. The next day, Moore bailed out of jail and reported his arrest to the state. That should have triggered parole revocation proceedings. It didn't, a failure in policy acknowledged by the Department of Corrections. Then, Moore was arrested again, this time in July, for skipping court on that case. Again, the automatic notification of the state did not happen. It's not clear why. What is clear is this. Parole officials knew on June 13th that Moore had been arrested on multiple felony charges, yet no one initiated efforts to revoke his parole until October 10th, 4 days before that chase and crash. The Department of Corrections has an investigation into what happened here. A spokeswoman characterized the failure to begin parole revocation proceedings as unacceptable and a failure to follow our policy. We're still trying to understand why those two automatic notifications of his arrests in June and July did not happen. Even if they had tried to revoke his parole, and this is important to note, it's possible he might not have gone back to prison. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Yeah, I guess it's nice that they're acknowledging the problem, but now it's time to be solution-oriented and fix it.
Yeah, and we've got to figure out why those automatic notifications didn't go there. That should have happened without any person's intervention. It should have just happened through a computer system.
Okay, we know you'll stay on top of it. Kevin, thank you.
All right, let's take a live look outside now on a beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon. We did see a few chilly days this past week, but we're really gearing up for a beautiful fall weekend around the metro. Our Weather Impact team is tracking lots of sunshine tomorrow and Sunday. It's perfect fall weather. Chris Bianchi.
Yeah, only kind of hiccup there is that tomorrow it will be a bit windy for us here in the Denver area, but you're exactly right. I mean, Jenny, today it is just gorgeous outside, barely a cloud in the sky here at Lookout Mountain, and same for us here in downtown Denver. We're in the mid-60s, sunshine, just fantastic weather on this Friday afternoon. It's going to stay that way through tonight as well. Just a little bit on the cool side as you expect, but otherwise, I don't know, a little fire, something like that outside should be A-okay for that. 60s, 70s, eastern plains, 40s, 50s in the mountains. Radar quiet as could be right now. And the next few hours, those temperatures dip down to those kind of nice fall levels for us, right? A hoodie, pair of jeans, that kind of weather for us for tonight. Otherwise, the next concern for tomorrow night, we do have a freeze watch and a frost advisory for us in the Denver area, and that will be something we'll get into detail about. Our coolest temperatures of the fall season coming tomorrow night. I'll tell you about that in just a couple minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Flood recovery is now underway in La Plata County. This is after last week's evacuations near Vallecito Lake. County officials say everyone is now able to go back home. They have started moving forward with cleanup efforts. Volunteer crews are also starting to arrive to help with those efforts. Now, while crews work to clean up the area, the American Red Cross will be out handing out reentry kits that will include cleaning supplies. They're doing this at the Vallecito Community Center, providing bottled water as well for people on private wells. County officials say public water systems have tested safe, but if you do have a well, you should keep boiling or using bottled water until test results are in.
Brighton police are investigating a deadly motorcycle crash that happened yesterday afternoon on I-76 near Eagle Boulevard. Police say an 82-year-old woman was heading east when she hit the center barrier and was thrown from her motorcycle. The bike then rolled into westbound lanes and hit another car. That driver wasn't hurt. Police say the motorcyclist later died at the hospital. Investigators say speed, alcohol, and drugs don't seem to be factors here. Anybody who saw what happened is asked to call Brighton Police.
A Denver jury has awarded almost $20 million to 6 people injured when a police officer opened fire in downtown Denver. Lawyers for the victims say they will split that money. Victims were outside the Larimer Beer Hall in July of 2022. Police say a suspect got in a fight with someone, pulled out a gun, and 2 officers fired at the suspect, including Brandon Ramos. The lawsuit accused Ramos of firing recklessly because there was a large crowd behind the suspect. At least 6 people got hurt. Ramos pleaded guilty to assault and was sentenced to probation. That jury has awarded $20 million to the victims.
A woman in Pueblo County is suing former coroner Brian Cotter to try to get a refund for prepaid cremation services. Cotter, who ran Davis Mortuary, is at the center of an investigation after inspectors found nearly 24 bodies in various states of decomposition at its funeral home. So far, only 6 of those remains have been identified. Cotter has since stepped down as coroner. But a Silver Cliff woman says that is not enough. She wants her money back after paying him for cremation services.
I just felt like that trust was so violated, and I wanted to get my $3,000 back because I'm retired. I don't have a ton of money.
Yeah, keep in mind, no criminal charges have been filed against Cotter at this point. Authorities say they want to identify all the bodies before deciding on potential charges.
An update out of Colorado Springs tonight. The canine officer that was stabbed multiple times helping take a barricaded suspect into custody earlier this week, that canine officer is improving. Police say Rome spent several hours in surgery, had to have one of his back legs removed to stop bleeding. The department says Rome is sitting up now, taking a few steps. They expect he'll be released from the hospital tomorrow.
This weekend, people here in Colorado planning to join the nationwide protests across the Trump administration. There are dozens of No Kings rallies planned around the state. Organizers say the events are a stand against what they call the administration's increasing abuse of power, pointing to actions like deploying the National Guard in U.S. cities and immigration crackdowns. Some Republican leaders are pushing back, calling the protesters extremists and labeling it as a Hate America rally.